Yeah, aloha everyone. So glad you made it to this channel. Today we're going to be exploring a yin yoga class for grounding down and to recollect ourselves during these times. So just make sure you have blocks. You can have a blanket with yourself, a bolster or pillows, and get something comfy on. And if you love this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and to let anybody know about it. It'd be great to evolve this channel. This is all free yoga for all of you, and I'm so glad I'm guiding you into these practices. So just make sure you get comfortable on your mat, and I'll meet you there. Aloha. We made it to our mats. So today's practice will be focusing more on just grounding down, recognizing the energy that is flowing through us and what has been going on around us, and to just find our center. So to be able to recollect ourselves and find ourselves in a place of peace. And so if things are happening all around you and it feels chaotic right now, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Taking this opportunity right now to just find peace with ourselves on our mats. So this yin yoga class will be alternating between poses that are more closing in and then poses that are more opening out, and going into also the hips. But the focus is to really allow yourself to deepen, to recognize the sensations that are coming into your body and to welcome whatever it is that's coming through you. Welcome it with love and just a sense of appreciation for what is your body doing for you now. So we'll find ourselves on our backs. And if at any point in time something feels too intense for you, you can always back out of a pose. You can find yourself just releasing the pose and coming into a shape that is more suitable for you at that time. But yin yoga is about holding poses that could be challenging after a minute or two. We hold poses between 4 to 6 minutes or 3 to 6 minutes. So you can start feeling more and more sensation as you hold the pose longer. Notice the thoughts coming into your mind when it starts to get more intense. What is your internal voice saying? And how can you release those thoughts and just focus on absorbing yourself in the pose and allowing everything to just happen as it is. So we'll find ourselves on our backs. And taking a moment to settle on your mat, to recognize the back body, just finding its place on the mat. The soles of the feet are on the mat. Hands may be placed on your lower abdomen. And maybe if it feels comfortable for you now, just closing your eyes and recognize the contact of the back of the head, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the back of the arms, elbows, the lower back and pelvis, just laying on the mat. Take a moment to notice how it feels to just lay here for a few breaths. And without forcing the breath, just allow yourself to land for a few breaths. And it's okay right now. Whatever it is that you're bringing onto your mat, how your day has been going, how you're feeling, just welcome everything that is moving through you now with love and compassion. Give yourself the time to settle. And allow the breath here to welcome you deeper into yourself. Maybe it's the first time today that you're opening up to the sensation of expansion with your breath. As you inhale, notice where the breath is going for you. And as you exhale, notice how you feel as you sink into that exhalation, if it's easy for you or more challenging. And there's no right or wrong. Just allow everything to happen and observe yourself now in your state of being. Start deepening your breath, exhaling through the chest all the way down into the lower abdomen. And then a nice slow exhalation, either out the mouth or the nose. Take 3 more conscious breaths like this. Allow the breath to happen. On your next inhale, take a deep breath in through the ribs, expanding the ribs on all directions, so sideways, front and back ribs. As you exhale, allow everything to collapse in and down. Inhale through the back body and the side ribs. Exhale, relax your hips and your lower back. Inhale, back of the neck. Exhale, relax the eyes and jaw, melting the abdomen deeper into its center. Draw the knees into the chest. Maybe putting each hand on each shin and not forcing, just allow everything to slowly come in towards the chest. Maybe swaying side to side here. Focus on allowing the breath to move in through the areas of your body that need that attention. And then come to stillness, flexing and pointing the toes, flexing and pointing the feet. And then wrap your arms around your shins and maybe lift the head and the shoulders off of the mat, drawing your head towards your knees and giving yourself a nice tight hug here. And then inhale, lower the back down, lower the left foot down, keep the right knee drawn in. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, draw that knee in as you relax the back of the neck. So keep the chin slightly tucked in to really lengthen the spine, lengthen the cervical spine. Relaxing the elbows and upper back. Maybe closing the eyes, soft gaze. Option to extend the left leg out. So reaching the left leg out with the heel, flexing the toes towards your face, and then lowering that leg down to the mat or a block, whatever feels good to you here. You can even have a block underneath the head or a folded blanket underneath the head, just like this. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee in just a little deeper as you reach the left foot out if it's lengthened out. And then maybe here you'd like to just gently sway that right knee open and back to the center. So sideways, moving the hips sideways, noticing if there's any sticky areas in the hip where this is feeling good or helping open your hip here. And then find stillness, and we'll hold this for just another minute. Keep relaxing the back body and allow your abdomen to rise and fall. Naturally, in its own rhythm. On your next inhale, plant the left foot back down on the mat. And then extend the right foot to the sky, holding onto the back of the hamstring. Just hold it here for one breath. And then hook that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Take the right hand on the inside of the right thigh and just gently press that leg out and away from you for a couple of breaths. Flexing the right toes towards your right knee. Option to stay here if that's enough for you, or we'll go into full thread the needle or figure four. Drawing the left knee towards your face, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh or around the shin. You can also use a strap or a belt here around the shin, passing it through the middle of your thighs and just drawing the belt in just like that, if that feels better for you. We'll hold this for 3 minutes. So here, just finding the breath, finding yourself sinking in, and maybe here you'd like to move organically your hips side to side. Maybe noticing other icky areas or sticky areas that you didn't feel earlier. And paying more attention to that opening that is happening in the right hip joint, and maybe even the lower back. And keep flowing with your breath here. Try and press the tailbone away from you, down towards your mat as you inhale. And as you exhale, leave that natural curve in your spine, but draw the left knee in just a little more. So notice that kind of pressing away and drawing in sensation, lengthening the spine and yet Drawing the knee in, relaxing the shoulders and the elbows. If some of you are having issues here with keeping that left foot off of the mat, you can take a block and place a block underneath that left foot. I'll just demonstrate here with a cork block. If you want to have a raise in the leg, but still not bring your knee all the way up, you can just do this. Have your left foot on a block. You can raise the level of the block or have two stacked blocks. "30 more seconds here. And then gently release that left foot down on the mat, and then release the right foot down on the mat. Heel toe your feet out, mat width apart. Option to either collapse the knees inwards, or you can open your arms out into a T and just start windshield wiping your knees side to side, really slowly and mindfully here. So slowly inhale the knees back to center, and then exhale, dropping them down to the left. Inhaling them back to center, and then slowly dropping them down to the right. Notice the sensations in your lower back, in your hips, maybe even in your abdomen, the side ribs and obliques. And then slowly come back to center. Heel toe your feet back in line with the knees. And then draw the left knee into the chest, interlacing fingers around the shin or behind the thigh. You can hold it here, keeping the right sole of the foot on the mat, or when you're ready, just extending that right foot out, flexing the toes towards you, reaching out of that heel, and then lowering that foot down, that leg down onto the mat. Inhale deep into the abdomen. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest, keeping a nice length in the back of the neck, nice length of the spine. And notice bringing attention here to the back line of the body, grounding down deeper. Hugging your leg in and softening your elbows, softening your chest. Maybe moving the left knee side to side, noticing when you're drawing the knee out towards the armpit, how it feels in the inner hip, groin, thigh. Just slowly move mindfully here. Staying with breath. Notice any story maybe you might be creating in your mind, and gently bring yourself back to your body. What you're feeling in your body, appreciating the sensations coming up for you. Meeting yourself with kindness. And then find stillness with your knee, drawing it in deeper. If your right leg is extended, reach out of that right heel. Keep lengthening that leg. Take 2 more really deep, nourishing breaths deep down into the lower abdomen, into the pelvis. Slowly exhaling out as you relax the heart center. On your next inhale, plant the right sole of the foot on the mat. Hold on to the back of the left thigh, reach that left foot to the sky and hold it here for 1 breath. Feeling the length pressing out of that top heel. And then release that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Flex the left toes towards your left knee, placing the left hand on the inside of the left thigh and just press up and out in your leg, opening that left hip. You can stay here for the duration of the pose, or you can prop your right foot on a block, or you can interlace the fingers around the right shin or thigh and draw the right knee in for figure 4. And then here, taking your time to ease into that. We're here for 3 minutes. Notice the deep sensations, maybe awakening in your inner left hip, maybe your outer left hip. Just bring awareness to where you're feeling and send your breath down into these areas to create space for your joint, for your tissues. Keep lengthening the spine as you press the tailbone down on your inhales. And then exhale, staying there with the spine, drawing that right knee in. Soften your eyes, your third eye, and your jaw. Find stillness and silence here. Keep your breath soft and gentle, deepening the connection with the earth, the grounding of your breath, with your nervous system here. 30 more seconds. When you're ready, just lower that right foot down. Gently, mindfully lowering the left foot down on the mat. Take a moment to take a really deep breath, noticing the sensations flooding into your body here. Option to lengthen the legs out, taking the arms overhead and giving yourself a nice big stretch, pointing out the toes, reaching the fingers out, maybe squeezing the glutes and the hips a little bit, even the abdomen. And just soften the body as you exhale, releasing your arms down by your sides, taking a moment, taking a really deep breath here in full relaxation. And then open your mouth inside out. All the way out, emptying it out. Do that one more time. Take a really deep breath in, all the way up. And when you think you're done, take one more sip. And then a nice big exhalation. Fully emptying it out. When you're ready, plant the soles of the feet on the mat. Draw your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Nice big hug. You have options. We're going into twist on both sides. The twist is going to last 4 minutes on each side. You have the option here to keep your legs, your knees stacked as is, one on top of the other. Or you can go in, send the right thigh on top of the left for a bind into twisted roots. You have the option also to lower down on a block or have a block between your thighs and a block underneath the knee. You could even have a bolster or a pillow between the thighs if that feels better for you. So find the expression of your twist that you most desire at this point or that most benefits you now. You can shift your hips to the right slightly. Draw your knees up into closer to the chest. And when you're ready, you can lower the knees down directly sideways to the left. Okay? And just find your twist and notice if you're forcing anywhere. Slowly ease your way into that. So if you notice you're going into an expression and it's just not fitting your body today, maybe yesterday it was, but today it's not. You can come out of that and make any modifications that you need for your body. And you can explore with your blocks and your blankets. Okay? Place a block underneath the knee if need be. Your chest, open up to the sky as much as you can. You can even lift the shoulders off the mat, slide them to the left by pressing your head into the ground. And then releasing the shoulders down again. Notice if your right shoulder is closer to the mat than before. Your arms out maybe into a T. Maybe you have your left hand resting on your right thigh. Maybe you're gazing to the right side. And just notice where you're going with your twist and softening your gaze. Taking really deep, nourishing breaths into the spine, into the right side of your body and the ribs. Three more minutes here. Deepening your breath. Coming back to the grounding of your body. Softening your body. You'll notice if you can deepen your twist as we go along. You may want to remove the block or one of the blocks or change the level of your block. Release any grip, maybe in the jaw or the fingers or the toes. You have 1 more minute. Sinking a little deeper. Breathing into the back body as much as you can. It's okay if you can't find that. Just send the breath down your spine. Take 1 deep breath here, filling up all the way into the chest and down into the body. And then a slow exhalation, emptying out the breath. Bringing your head back to center, draw the knees slowly back up to center. And give yourself a nice big hug here. Just take a moment to feel yourself coming back to center. And then we'll switch sides. Place the feet down on the mat first. Shift your hips to the left slightly. Draw your knees back up to center, and then you can bring your left thigh on top of the right, and then drop your legs to the right, or just keep your knees stacked on one on top of the other. Just send your knees to the right for a nice twist. And find yourself in your initial twist. Notice if you need to modify anything here again for yourself. Maybe press the head into the floor, lift your shoulders, shift them to the right, lower them slowly back down. And allow the left shoulder to sink deeper towards the mat. Option to gaze to the left or maybe have your eyes closed. We're here for 4 minutes. Find your breath. Notice the ease in your breath and what is happening, where your breath is going, and send it into the spine, down into your lower abdomen, the left side ribs. Notice any sensation coming in and invite it all in here. Focus on your breath. Maybe you'd like to send that left arm out into a diagonal or overhead, creating a space in your armpit, lengthening the spine even more. And I'd like to bring your attention to all the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth. That whole right side of your body glued down to the earth, feeling welcomed and cradled here. You're halfway there, more than halfway. Notice if you're gripping anywhere and softly releasing where you can. Softening the grip, soften your body. Notice this progressive release. Take 2 more really deep breaths here, all the way down. Take fully filling it up. And releasing. And then slowly bringing your head to center and then drawing the knees back to center and then into the chest. Take a moment to feel that rebound. Feel the lower back in contact with the mat. The lower back coming back to center, straightening the spine. And then take a really deep breath into the chest. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. Good. Plant the soles of the feet down on the mat. Shift your hips back to center, coming back to the center of the mat. And then here, extend the legs out. Extending the legs out in front of you. Then taking the arms overhead, reaching out, giving yourself a nice big stretch here. Lengthening the entire body out, lengthening out the pelvis, pointing the toes, reaching the fingers, and then releasing that. Then when you're ready, walk your legs to the right. I'm coming into Bananasana. And then walk your arms to the right. So you're opening up the left side of the body here. You have the option, if you'd like to go deeper, to just hook your left ankle on top of your right and to grab onto the left wrist with your right hand and just slightly tugging opened here. Take a deep breath into the left side. And then a slow exhalation as you allow the entire left side of the body to just melt down into the mat. Only go as much as needed to start feeling the sensation. You don't need to force and go too deep here. Just slowly allow yourself to come into this pose. You can cover your eyes with a blanket. Allow your back line to melt into the mat. We're here for 3 minutes. Adjust as needed for yourself. Notice any thoughts flooding in. And just watch, observe, come back to your body and your breath. Come back to the earth pulling you in, grounding you deeper. It is safe here now to let it go. It is safe to allow yourself to be held here. Take one more deep breath, expanding the left ribs. Nice exhalation all the way out. When you're ready, unhook the left ankle. Walk your legs to center. Walk your arms to center, your whole body to center. Take a moment here. Fill up with your breath. Nice exhalation, relaxing it all out. And when you're ready, walk your legs to the left. And then walk your arms and your chest to the left. Bananasana, On this side, maybe hooking your right ankle on top of your left. If you'd like to go deeper, maybe pulling the right wrist towards the left. Take a deep breath all the way into the right side. Exhale, relax the right side of the body. Total relaxation on the entire right side of the body. Relax the neck and the head. Allow the opening to naturally occur. 3 minutes here. For some of you, you might be feeling sensation in the outer right hip all the way into the IT band. You might be feeling in the right obliques, the right lower back, the right front side of the pelvis. Just notice. Soften your jaw and your eyes. Soften your grip in your hands. And relax your shoulders. Take 2 more deep breaths deep down on the right side. When you're ready, unhook that right ankle if it was there. Walk your legs to center, then walk your hands to center. Find your entire body in line. Take a moment here. You can wiggle your legs. You can even bring the soles of the feet on the mat. Heel toe your feet out and gently windshield wipe your knees side to side. And then come back to center with the knees. Draw them into the chest. Give yourself a really nice big hug here. With your hands, open the knees wide. Knees pointing away from the body. Then bring your arms inside of the thighs, holding on to the shins or the outer edges of the feet. We'll come into happy baby. We're not here for very long. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. Find your happy baby, however that may feel for you. You can have a block underneath the head if that feels more comfortable for you in your happy baby. And the goal here is to open up into your happy baby, sending the knees out and away from you. Toes are flexed towards the knees, toes in line with the knees. And then draw the thighs down towards the mat as you open up the thighs. Relaxing the back line of the body into the mat. So the shoulders, the tailbone pressing down towards the mat as you draw the thighs opened. You may want to sway your hips side to side, going all the way to the side, maybe massaging the outer hips. For some of you, you may want to open up one thigh, one knee, feeling the hamstring on one side and then the other. And you can find stillness here in your happy baby, or you can keep moving as long as you stay in a happy baby for the next minute or so now. Happy baby is an active pose, so it can get more and more intense in the groin. Keep breathing deep down in the abdomen, filling all the way down into the hips. Grounding down into your back, into your sacrum. And then draw the feet back together slowly. Bring your hands on the outside of the knees. Draw your knees back to center and draw the knees into the chest. Maybe notice if you can draw the knees in deeper this time towards your chest. And then lower the soles of the feet down on the mat. Take a breath here. Exhale it out. And then when you're ready, extend the legs out, giving yourself a final big stretch here. Reaching the arms overhead, pointing the toes out, squeezing the glutes, the hips. Reach, reach, reach. And then releasing everything out, opening the legs out. And taking as much space as you need for yourself. So find where it's best felt for you. Maybe you'd like to open your legs wide. Maybe you want to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together, having blocks underneath the knees for your Shavasana. Maybe you want a blanket on top of yourself. Just find what feels good to you. And we'll end our practice in Shavasana. So stay here for as long as you need, at least a good 5 minutes to ground down, centering yourself into your mat, into the earth, closing the eyes, or having a blanket on your eyes or a pillow, some sort of eye covering. And take a couple of more deep breaths all the way into the back line of the body, deep down into the sacral area, the root area of our bodies. And as we exhale, sinking the back of the heart into the mat. Releasing the gripping, releasing the thoughts, and just fully absorbing the creation of your practice, the creation of the calmness of your nervous system and your body via your practice and your breath and the movements of your body. Thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to guide you. Take as much time as you need here. Namaste.